And hopefully we can get this stuff up and running nice and quickly. You done training? You're done training. Good. Industrial investments is complete. So we'll go on to dealing with the crisis so we can get more production stuff going. Dealing with a recession, you mean. This catastrophic won't be easy, albeit time will be an ally in the recovery, and we must act if we are to properly see this issue dealt with. Fighting between the left and the right. A rally by the Confederazione. Wow, my Italian is terrible. I've never studied Italian. Like, Latin languages in general, I'm very bad with. Generale Siciliana del Lavoro, or the Sicilian General Confederation of Labour, for the ruling Partito Cristiano Democratico, was disrupted when members of the Camissieri Nere disrupted their rally. This disruption quickly turned into a bloody battle that left quite a few injured, and even worse, a few fatalities on both sides. While the CGSL has forsworn syndicalism, the Camissieri Nere has lately decrying their members as agents of the Socialist Republic of the North. Now the outcome of this particular case must be decided. Are their members innocent, or do the words of the Camissieri Nere hold merit and truth? Many Conservatives are siding with the Camissieri Nere, declaring that they are traitors to the kingdom, while some of the Liberals claim they are innocent. So market Liberals increase, social Liberals increase, or social Conservatives increase and national populists increase. Union members are innocent. We're going Liberal here. Yeah, someone in the Brazil game actually said that I spoke the Portuguese names relatively well. I was like, I don't believe you for a minute. Like, you can hear it in your ear whether you're pronouncing something reasonably or not. And it sounds like someone's scratching a blackboard when I'm saying, like, Latin names. So do I get any, like, generic bonuses for the shipyards being awesome? Okay, so this is a choice. It's either Campania gains a building slot into naval yards, trade convoy, or gain 3. Oh, I see. If we do this, then we lose the profits from the shipyards bonus. But we do get additional 5 naval yards. We go this way, we gain 2 naval yards, which actually costs us a build slot. And also better trade convoys, but we keep the profits from the shipyards, which is a consumer goods factories reduction, a fairly hefty one. It means we build dockyards more slowly, but the dockyards produce more. I kind of like that bonus. I mean, having another 5 build slots would be quite nice, because again, modified by technology. Hate my internet, I've been staring at the intro screen for the whole time. No, I've been back for a good half an hour. Sorry! The Liberal coalition, since the founding of the Kingdom of the Two Sicilies, parliamentary power has been contested primarily by the Social Democrats and the Social Conservatives. However, with the rise of the far right and the creation of the integralist paramilitary force, the Partido Liberal and the Partido Popular Democratio, sorry, that was Spanish, Democratizo, it probably is Democratizo, have agreed to form a coalition. This liberal pact is dedicated to preserving and strengthening liberal values within the kingdom. The creation of this alliance, however, weakens the Social Democratic Party, for in the past the Partito Liberale tended to support the Partito Cristiano Democratio. For the Liberals, though, there is hope that this new coalition will keep the torch of liberalism strong within the Kingdom of the Two Sicilies. So we can gain Social Democrats, Market Liberals, or Social Conservatives and National Populists. It's very easy to go very National Populist very quickly. But no, we're still going to be liberal. Revolution in Siam. Yesterday, a successful revolution was achieved in Siam by a clique of officers and their intelligentsia who called themselves the Kana Ratasadon, the People's Party. Basic machine tools is complete. So we're going to go concentrated industry because we want to pump out as much industry as we possibly can. Are we doing the city-state route? We might. We might well. I honestly haven't decided. Hey, Requin. We are building a magnificently powerful Italian state outside of Sardinia. Dealing with the crisis, done. So we've got over the initial issues. I'm not too bothered. Actually, 5% construction speed down there. I was going to say I'm not too bothered by the infrastructure upgrades, but actually this is a big boost. So let's go and get the austerity measures. So we're going to do the infrastructure investments, austerity measures, and then we'll work on this side, which really only gives us the 1 build slot. I mean, steel is nice, but I'm not actually producing that much stuff yet. As a historically rural nation, little investment in the railways and other vital infrastructure works were done in the Mezzogiorno, with the exception of the works in the past 10 years. We must redouble our efforts. Forming Italy, take 2. Yeah, pretty much. Still a little bit short on oil, so we might well want to try and get refineries up and running. Hey, Aristide. Why did Sardinia get hit by Black Monday? I thought Entente nations were immune with it. No, they are definitely not immune. The communists are immune, because they're communist, but the Entente still trades with Germany. Did you already stop the Sardinia game? Yeah, weeks ago. I've done an Egypt game in between. She plays Albania. Too small. I mean, okay, so I always feel a bit of a hypocrite when I say something like Albania's too small, and yet I've really enjoyed playing Sardinia. Sardinia is in a unique position because they're a member of the Entente. They are a member of something larger from the very beginning. Albania isn't. So Albania really will just be sitting there doing very little for quite a long time. Albania is actually surprisingly fun. Why? Although, again, slightly hypocritical because I'm expecting to be sitting here doing not very much as the 2 Sicilies for quite a long time while I ramp up the industrial power. Hopefully we reach Ireland levels. I wouldn't actually be that surprised if we come close to it. Is Australia on the cards to play? I want to wait until Indonesia gets their focuses, same as the Netherlands. Because Indonesia is kind of important to Australian play. Pibon Songkram's coup d'etat. While the Siamese revolution itself was successful, its political implication is an absolute mess from the yellow-cover dossier affair which the old royalist side used to build up a red scare against the parliamentarians. Construction is done. Good. So, do I want to start working on synthetic oil? No, because I don't want to lose that 50% bonus. I'm actually really tempted to get the next tank. I think I will. I'm going to go early tanks here. Unify Italy instead of the city-states because you can't peacefully annex puppets in Kaiserreich. You can't? Really? You can't? It's not something I've ever really tried to do, and it's difficult anyway. But you do get to use puppets, but again, it's less of a problem because this is all core territory, I think. Pretty sure. Especially once we form Italy, this will definitely be core. King Zog of Albania has survived more than 55 assassination attempts. What, really? Historically or in this? Zog cannot become king, he is a minister. Do I think city-states like the ones in Renaissance Italy could survive modern times? Some of them have. Look at San Marino and the Vatican. And, Liechtenstein and the one here, Andorra. There's a couple of them around. Right, infrastructure investments. We were going austerity measures. Spending wisely is the key to good rulership. Our foes will envy the wealth we gain from little more than doing good common sense budgeting. Deutsch-Ostasien declared war on Indo-Chinese Union. Monaco is another one. Am I going to peacefully integrate the Papal State? No. The Pope has already shown his disdain for the common man by siding with the syndicalists. I mean, his disdain for Italy. Have I checked out the Morocco focus tree? No. Ooh, wow, that's quite big. Dealing with Germany. Oh, siding with The Entente, okay. Commune of Morocco. Royal Army of Morocco. Lessons of the Prussians, learning from the Germans. Francophobe rhetoric, King's Gendarmerie, Parliament of Morocco. Ask for German help. There's quite a lot there. Sorry. Hitting the microphone. Does the Two Sicilies have a jaunty hat guy? No, I have to say actually the leadership of the Two Sicilies is disappointing. They're all kind of terrible. Fuel, Hospital, Air Force, Navy? Probably should research better ships. Well, we're going super heavy battleships, and I think that is literally all we're going to research. So I'm going to research the 1936 super heavy battleship. We will then start to build those once we start getting some dockyards. And then we'll use the minus 100% research time granted by the end of the naval tree. Because I think we're going to go industrial and then naval. Maybe political. Maybe. Probably the agrarian question, because that's going to be quite a lot of industrial stuff. Then the flagship design. Yeah, it's quite a long way down is the problem. Not that concerned about being declared war on. Two Sicilies are usually pretty good at staying neutral. How good's the Navy right now? Really good. We have 60 ships already. A call for traditional values. The conservative Archbishop of Naples, Alessio Ascalesi, has given a stern and powerful sermon calling for the return to traditional values and to turn away from the social democratic policies that are ruining the kingdom in the fault of the Black Monday. Many that support the social conservative Democrazia Christiana have taken this as a sign and are energized by his rhetoric. We still only have 27% of the vote. Oof. Right, austerity measures are done. So let's start working on industrialization efforts, modern industrialization. Dig greedily and deeply. Nothing could possibly go wrong with that. And then end the crisis. Hell, we could even try and go down to a thriving economy. Which is quite a big boost too. Historically, an agrarian area, any effort to industrialize the region of Mezzogiorno. How... Right, any Italians in chat, please tell me how you pronounce this properly. It's pissing me off. Mezzogiorno? Giorno? Will be an expensive and complex endeavour. We, however, are up to the challenge. Building the great floating shell sponges, super Japanese naval strategy there. Yes, but we are in an inland sea, so actually having giant floating bullet sponges is probably a good thing. Mezzogiorno. Where's Sir Humphrey when we need him? Because I even made a joke about the bureaucracy earlier. Our ideology has grown. Excellent. I'm quite happy to pay for that. Are we all Social Democrats? We are. Right, second question. Do we have any better options for Social Democrat? Not you. Not really. Right, Economy Minister. We've got to have a better Social Democrat for economy. There we go. Capital ship construction cost minus 5%. Battle fleet proponent. Then Minister of the Interior. Political power gain. That's quite a good one. Social Liberal. So there's a few. Something lines of Mezzogiorno. Okay. Garner elected president. So there will be an American Civil War. Will there be an Italian intervention though? I need one more division if there is. Actually, speaking of which... we won't have the points for it. No, never mind. I was going to say we should start setting up a tank division. Is this a mod? Yes, this is Kaiserreich. The bestest mod for Hearts of Iron, in my ever so humble opinion. There will always be an intervention by Mordred, yes. So civil wars exist purely to allow me to meddle in other people's affairs. There's nothing about the will of the people. The elections of the Republic of Italy have ended in the election of Prime Minister Luigi Einaudi, head of the Partito Liberale Italiano. The new Prime Minister has assured people, both foreign and domestic, that he will be able to resolve the Black Monday crisis. So what government are they? Market Liberal. Well, they also have quite a few economic things. But their economy is tied in with the military. Actually, you got the Venetian arsenal. Nah, it's mostly tied into just generic military. While ours is like more specifically naval. They get a United Italy thing. We don't have a United Italy thing, do we? Fate of Italy, I guess, is ours. Yeah, of course it is, because this is how we can split it up into the city-states. Division recovery rate plus that is pretty nice. But that is also pretty nice. Plus 200 political power, plus 20, 40, 60, 80, 100, 120,000 manpower. And 9 factories. Not to mention these very, very hefty bonuses. Which includes us. We get minus 15% consumer goods. Minus 15%! We'll probably have no consumer goods use. Because we have quite a few other things which reduce that too. Daily political power cost reduced. Construction speed increased. These are nice. I'm sorely tempted just on that. Okay, industrialization efforts are done. Let's do the industrial modernization. More than additional factories, we need our existing ones to work better, faster, and always be modern. We cannot allow the Great Red Shadow to outproduce our military. That is true. I don't think I've ever attempted to make a mechanized army this early before. It's going to be interesting to see how it works. Especially as we have no bonuses to our armour. Oh, actually, what are our general staff like? School of Maneuver. Messe, of course. Motorized soft attack, mechanized soft attack, armour, division attack and defense, division speed. Yeah, we're definitely going with that. Autonomy, maybe. The division, sorry, the organisation loss when moving minus 5% is actually really potent for mechanized armies. Division organisation plus 10%. Ah, here we go. Max speed. Our armies are going to be so quick with that one. Yeah, I think we're just going to be doing that. Just all out mechanized as far as possible. A lot of the time, the will of the people is the will of the player and or the AI. Well, obviously. In the way that the elections work here, it's like, which side do you want to have a win? Those guys. Okay, those guys won. I'm also looking a little nervously at the number of people we have available for deployment. It is 1 day until 37. Boom, it's now 37. Let's get the 50% bonus to construction speed. 97 days until that's finished. Good. What design companies do we have? Really not great ones. Actually, I never checked this one. Soft attack and breakthrough, soft attack and defense, or construction. Oh no, plus 15% soft attack. 15% soft attack. Just in case I didn't make that emphasizing. That's huge! Okay, we were going to want to try and get this guy up as quickly as possible. Artillery manufacturing, moderate. Motorized, I mean the reliability and defense, yeah, I guess they're okay. Reliability means we'll need to replace less of them. And then the production cost. Production costs will be nice. There are a lot of artillery manufacturer choices. Though actually these two are identical. Yeah, they're not great. There's no tank options whatsoever. We do get a lot of naval and air ones though. Actually quite a few good ones. Air defense, max speed, reliability. Air defense, agility, reliability, and fairly big bonuses too. Minus 10% production speed for naval carriers and close air support. Probably not going to use those. Tactical bomber, air attack, air defense, agility, max speed. That's right. Air attack, defense, wait. Those are the same. Destroyer, naval firepower, depth charges, max range, torpedo attack and max range. You know what? For a small ship manufacturer, that's pretty good. Production cost minus 15% for heavy cruisers and light cruisers. But these are the ones I'm interested in. Battleship, naval firepower plus 10%, fire range plus 10%, max range plus 10%, armor plus 10%. We have a faction that does ship armor. I already like this one. Armor, anti-air, and surface visibility. Those are three very important stats for capital ships. Especially as it was mentioned that super heavy battleships are shell sponges. Increasing the anti-air capability reduces the threat of one of the biggest issues that you have as a super heavy battleship. What is their AA compared to like a light cruiser? Just out of interest. Anti-air 9, anti-air 12. Considering you could pump out what, 6 of these compared to one of those. Yeah, anti-air is going to be a big deal for the super heavy battleship, so we're going to need to make sure that we do have fighter coverage. Okay, so we'll need to invest something in Air Force. Are we going to have the navy that Mussolini dreamed of? Probably. Two Sicily seems like they'd be one of the most naval powered factions in the game. Actually, yeah, I would say that of all the ones I've seen, these guys are the most focused on naval power. And the Kaiserreich team have said that they are working on new naval updates. So I might well have to play as the two Sicilies again in the future when that arrives. Do any of the Italy start off with carriers? I don't think so. Does Sardinia? No. We don't. I don't think that the Federation does. Pretty sure the Socialists don't. Do you even start with ships? Not many. Federation 47 to 54. We have 60. They have 28 to 34. So yeah, we have the largest navy of all the Italians. Industrial modernization. Dig greedily and deeply. We will delve and search deep, survey new mines, and ensure that we have the minerals needed to protect ourselves. The Regina Marina was pretty good in real life, but suffered the fatal flaw of not being in the Royal Navy. I have to say, playing Hearts of Iron 3, some of the most fun gameplay I had was using the Italian Navy to try and smash the Royal Navy. Because the mechanics for fleet warfare in Hearts of Iron 3 is a lot better than it is in this. That was an interesting fight, and really showed me the power of land-based naval bombers. Particularly the importance of Malta as a little fricking thorn in your side. Because I can just park a whole bunch of naval bombers on here, and then have control of like this entire area. And some of your biggest ports for repairs, right there. Right there. I think maybe even Sicily. Yeah, level 8, Sicily. And they could reach all of these ports. I mean, this is part of the problem the Italians had, is the Royal Navy based in Malta just bombed the ports where they were trying to repair them. And there were some really daring port raids, actually, if you read about that. CSA and the USA are at war. The American Civil War has begun. This feels early. Like February 37? That's really early. And Korea is exploding. So, of these factions, I think we would probably side with the United States. So, do you want some help? Need one more division. Damn it, Kaiserreich devs. Give me that one extra division that I need. Train a militia. Really? You have no gear? Really? We have no gear? Alright. There's my light tank, which we can start to produce immediately. Yes, go ahead. Research slot available. 37. We need to work on these. Let's get some more factory output. Can I send you an attaché? Need 100 political power. Early on, sending 100 political power is a huge amount. But I would very much like to have the land experience. Didn't the entire population of Malta receive a medal from the British Empire or something? Wouldn't be surprised. Does Greece have a focus tree? It doesn't. Messe was the single greatest general in World War II. Italy, I think he's been called the Italian Rommel. I do remember him being very good in vanilla, so I'm not surprised. It wasn't Victoria Cross. Victoria Cross has only been given like 60 times. And the highest concentration was at Rorke's Drift. So if you've never seen the film Zulu, I highly recommend it. It's all about the story of Rorke's Drift. Serbia didn't go for the kingdom. Not yet. Serbian Republic. Does that mean they won't go... Does that mean they're not going to attack Bulgaria? No. Where is the focus host? Congress of Belgrade. Ottomanian to Bulgaria. So no, even as a republic they can still do it. Sabaton have a Rorke's Drift song? Which one's that?